Alright guys, with Gotham Knight out of the way and Suicide Squad, the Justice League on the horizon and having to do nothing with Batman technically speaking, there's already words of a new Batman game in the making going by ARKHAM Legacy. Now you'll probably know that Legacy has been a thing since 2021 when we were actually waiting for a new Batman reveal. However, words has it now that DC has that idea going around and probably making a legitimate entry in the coming year with this name specifically. Until further notices though, just make sure to stay tuned. Coming up behind that and been in the making for the past 3 years, we have IO Interactive's most anticipated game in the making, a 007. Y'all keen to the franchise, you probably know that it's been 10 whole years since the last James Bond game, and Project 007, considering the wait, is still in its mid-development stage. Whenever it does come out, though, we know that it'll be a stealth-based action game coming with a totally brand new story arc as well. Moving on. Rockstar Games announced that Grand Theft Auto 6's map will be as big as Red Dead Redemption 2, including the DLC areas, and that the game will be taking place in the Vice City. Well, the Vice City part, however, is only we heard as a rumor. See, Grand Theft Auto 6, besides that edition, has about 12 characters that you can get to play as, literally, and probably about at least a few times more diverse in replay value as opposed to Grand Theft Auto 5. Probably though. Game's in its almost last quarter of development stage and said to be coming out in 2025 at its latest.
What's the situation over there?
Now you probably know this one before, so just a quick reminder for those of you who missed it, Capcom has a Dino Crisis inspired project in the making going by Exoprimal. We're not talking about Exoprimal over here, in fact, there's words that after the Resident Evil 4 remake there is already Capcom working on a Dino Crisis remake. Nothing really worth to keep in mind though or go around talking about, but the new game will be a third-person survival horror shooter and probably a next-generation console exclusive. Moving on.
Innocents have died as they play their game.
In case you missed out on its reveal November last year, a new Deus Ex title is reportedly in the making by Eidos Montreal Studios, and that it's still in its early stages of development. Guys, this game is a cyberpunk-style science fiction, supposedly, story-heavy action shooter, and one of the lesser famous IPs in the making right now. Game set to be coming to pieces in the next generation of consoles only, probably by the end of 2023, if not early next year.
So much pain. So many lies.
Moving on, we have a Painkiller game in the making by Saber Interactive, guys. A co-op multiplayer this time around, which was actually an idea I've thought of a lot back where the original games came out, and that this game will release for consoles and also PCs sometime later this year, or at least gets an official gameplay reveal. This is in case you need a memory jog. The first new entry since 2004 is one of the genre-defining Souls first-person shooters, and pretty much like Doom, except an adventure game. At number 7, coming from the same creators of Firewatch, as an atmospheric adventure once again, been in the making for roughly half a decade already, but set to be coming out December of 2029, technically 30. I'm not really sure if Campo Games developers are trying to be cynical or just cute over here, but we've got, in case you missed it, in the Valley of Gods. You'll probably know about this one already. This is a single player, in case you don't know, adventure semi-virtual reality style exploration-based puzzler that's also being built with the use of Unreal Engine, albeit in a cel-shaded style. That's it, this game's a PC exclusive, and we're still waiting for a proper release for this one in the coming months. Alright guys, look, this is probably the saddest news you're gonna hear today if you're a nostalgia fan like me. Half-Life 3, which was up until this very week one of the most anticipated projects people have been looking up to, was confirmed by an insider of a Valve that was actually totally scrapped and cancelled. This comes from more than half a decade ago. In fact, the idea was cancelled around 2015, where it had about 10 people working on it, and that there's not gonna be a Half-Life 3 in the making. That's all there's to it. About half a year ago, during the Epic State of Unreal stream, said it before, Crystal Dynamics, technically speaking the same developers behind all Tomb Raider games, announced that they're developing a new Tomb Raider game and it's now being built with the use of Unreal Engine 5. Said our goal this time is to deliver a high quality cinematic experience, more than anything, the kind that would truly expect of a next generation console port. That said, all we do know is that the game is set to be revealed in gameplay sometime later this year. Only named the next Mass Effect, so it could be either Mass Effect 4 or 5, we've got over here another classic BioWare action role-playing game and supposedly a follow-up after the last game in the making since 5 years ago, as stated by BioWare itself, tasking you reigniting a galaxy changed by the events of Mass Effect 3. Mass Effect, possibly just titled Mass Effect or Mass Effect 2023, will be a single-player PC to console port and is being made with the use of Unreal Engine 5. Other than that, we know nothing about this one so far. Coming up behind that at number 11, we have Black Panther. Supposedly being developed by EA Games under the codename Project Rainier. In case you missed out on the news around the same time last year, this trailer over here is just fan-made. Nothing like this is actually revealed officially by either Marvel or EA. What we have heard is that this game will be an open-world, single-player, and coming to pieces in the next generation of consoles exclusively, possibly getting a resurface in 2024 in its earliest. And last but not least, we've got here Marvel's lesser mentioned IP from last year's show that technically confirmed the Wonder Woman, the Wolverine, and Midnight Suns developments. We've got here, in case you missed it, something titled Marvel Universe Ensemble by Skydance New Media. This game's said to be an action World War II era narrative-driven adventure starring Captain America and Black Panther. Some more characters as well. Just keep it in mind, game's confirmed to be coming out in 2023 across all consoles and PCs.